I don't know about you, but I feel like it was just yesterday that the iPad was introduced. For me, and I know this sounds silly, but I judge things based on Facebook. Kind of like BC is before Christ. Well, I have BF, before Facebook. Things like cell phones and the internet existed before Facebook. But if it's something that was created after Facebook, for me, I categorize that as a recent invention. I can think back and remember about the launch of the iPad. I remember giggling every time a friend commented on the silly name and how they weren't sure if they'd be happy walking around with an iPad, how they thought it would be too awkward and in the category of too big but not too small. That, my friends, was just a few short years ago, in April of 2010, when Apple released the first version of the iPad. On the first day, Apple sold 300,000 iPads. In less than 3 months, Apple sold 3 million iPads. By the end of 2010, Apple sold 14.8 million iPads and had a 75% share of tablet PC sales. That the copycat versions had a long way to go to match up to Apple's product. And in the ever-so-emerging technology field, where Apple seems to always be in the forefront, they then released the iPad 2, less than a year later in March of 2011, which was a version that was about 33% thinner than its predecessor and 15% lighter, and with a better processor. For me, the best change in the iPad 2 came with the addition of front and back cameras. At that point, it became revolutionary. Since then, we have now seen yet another release of the new iPad, or the third generation iPad, which included a new dual-core A5X processor with quad-core graphics and a Retina display with a resolution of 2048 by 1536 pixels. In layman's terms, the third generation iPad has a brighter and clearer display, better camera, and is faster. In education, the iPad has several uses in the classroom and has been praised as a valuable asset in education. The iPad has especially been a focus for special education, where it allows students ease of use with a touch screen. The iPad has also been called a revolutionary tool to help children with autism learn how to communicate and socialize more easily. With the ability to easily access apps through iTunes, educational tools are available at the simple tip of your fingers by a quick download. In addition, many apps have light or free versions where you can test to see if you like a certain app before committing and paying for it. Unlike computer software, it is common to see apps only cost a few dollars, which makes for less risk with your investment. iPads already are loaded with many usable apps, including Safari, Mail, Photos, Video, YouTube, iTunes, App Store, iBook, Maps, Notes, Calendar, and Contacts. iBooks is used to assist with reading and has capabilities to dictate audio pronunciation and definitions when students are unsure of a word. iPads not only can be used as an educational tool, but can also be used as a behavior management tool, where individual iPads can be linked to a teacher's iPad and used similar to an elementary school clipboard chart of communicating to students, whether they are on green, yellow, or red with their behavior, and allowing students audio and visual cues to communicate behaviors and earn rewards. The iPad has become revolutionary in the classroom, and we are going to continue to see updates and changes as time goes on. And I know personally I'm excited to see what future changes the iPad will make in education around the world.